We have our 3 boxes drawn. The next thing we're going to do using 2-point perspective, we're going to add some details to these boxes. And I think we'll work with roads and sidewalks a little bit too. So let's see. If we want to put a road that's going into the picture on the ground here, we always have to use our vanishing points. So if I draw a road that's over here on this side, I would use my right vanishing point coming down from the right. And I think this first road, I'm just going to have it go all the way off the bottom of the page. And then to make the other side of the road, I'm still going to use the right vanishing point. So I'll have that come down and then go all the way up to that point. Sometimes people will simply just move it over, but they actually have to come to that point. If I wanted to add another road coming from the other side, use the other vanishing point. This one, I might want to have that road come in between these two buildings. That might be kind of neat. So I'm going to take my left vanishing point, just make sure that I'm a little bit below this building. I'm going to come down. Maybe I'll have this road cross over the first road. And then make the other side of that road. I just have to make sure that it's behind this building so it can't cut into or go underneath this building. So I have to bring it from the vanishing point, and it would actually stop because it would go behind that building. All right, so that's how we would draw roads. Continue this one. It was, my ruler wasn't quite long enough. If I wanted to make like the dashed lines for the road, I still want to use the vanishing point. So if I'm going to make the dashed line running through the middle, find about the middle in between those, and the dashed lines would, they get smaller as I get further away. If I wanted to make it really truly look like a dashed line, I could make it more of a shape, rectangle, so that would be a double line. And then the edges would actually use the opposite vanishing point to make them look realistic. So I'm making this just these little lines here on either side to finish those. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but that's how you would do it. If I want to make a sidewalk, let's see, I'm going to make a sidewalk coming along the side of the road. Make sure to use my vanishing point. Okay, so this is the sidewalk, and maybe I want the sidewalk then to have the sidewalk cracks. Let's see, the sidewalk would maybe end here where the road comes across. But if I have a sidewalk right here and I want there to be little cracks on that sidewalk, if it's going to the right vanishing point, I'm going to use my left vanishing point to do the cracks. So I'll line it up with the left vanishing point and keep it anchored to my left vanishing point the whole time as I move it up the page. Okay, you get the idea. They get smaller as they go further back. I could make my sidewalk look more three-dimensional by adding just going down from the corner of the sidewalk. I'll go straight down from the corner, just a teensy bit, and then use my vanishing point to draw the edge. Use my other vanishing point to finish that here. This like kind of three-dimensional. I could make it look even more three-dimensional. I could shade the side of it, the sidewalk, or I could even do these little tiny vertical lines to make it look more 3D. Doors and windows. Let's put a few simple doors and windows in our buildings. So if I want to make a door, let's say I'm going to put a door on this building here. You want to look at the size of the building. So if I had a door that was about this size, okay, that means the person would be something like this size. That person, if they walked in here, they could only take a few steps before they hit the back wall in this building. So that is too big for a door. That's one thing that a lot of people will do, is they will draw the doors too large. So the door should actually be quite a bit smaller. For this one, we're going to put the door on the right side of the building. So we're going to actually use the right vanishing point for the top and bottom of the door. To make the sides of the door, though, we simply make two nice straight up and down vertical lines. So I'll put two vertical lines, and then the bottom of the door is already done. That's going up to the right vanishing point. Top of the door, make that go up to the right vanishing point, right? If I want to add a little detail, add something interesting to my door, I could, go around it, make more of a frame. If I want to come out, want a little walkway, I'm going to use my opposite vanishing point. So the door is on the right side of the building. I use my left vanishing point and go from the bottom of the door. I'm using the left vanishing point, and I'm going to come out towards the right. I'll do that at the bottom of each side of the door. Now I have a little walkway that goes out to my sidewalk, and I could put cracks on this too, since this one is coming from the left vanishing point. Use my right vanishing point to draw little cracks on the sidewalk. If I want to do windows, let's put a couple of different windows. So let's start by putting a window down here on this lower box. I'll put one on the left side. If I'm going to put a window on the left side, I'm going to use the left vanishing point. But first, just like the door, I need two vertical lines for the sides of my window. Okay. And then for the top and bottom of the window, since it's on the left side, I will use the left vanishing point to do the top and the bottom of the window. I can erase the extra stuff. Something that's kind of fun to do is to stack boxes on top of each other. So I could take this main box and I could put another box on top of it. I'm going to make the center line first. I don't want to make it right in the same spot as this center line. And then just take it and off center it just a tiny bit. So I'll make it, shift it over a little bit. And then I'll just use my vanishing points to go down to the left and then down to the right. And I don't have to go all the way, I'll just go a little bit. And then I'll make the two sides. So that both sides, I'm going to make them a little bit smaller than the box underneath it, because I want this one to be slightly smaller. Make sure it's vertical. Could have gone a little longer on that one. If I wanted to do several, getting smaller and smaller, this would look really cool, like a stepped building. I could make a very small box coming off the top. Vertical line first, and then go down to the left, down to the right. Make the two sides. And now I have something that looks kind of like a chimney. There's a lot of things that we can do with 2-point perspective. It can get really fun to build onto these items. We will keep going and do a little bit to kind of build our experience and learn new tricks as we go. But that is it for this video.